in upcoming videos, but this time I'm going to focus on the attacking Testudo. And all of these Roman melee infantry units have the attacking Testudo capability, except for the Soci Extraordinari and these Soci Hastati. These Triarii have a defensive Testudo, so that's kind of a different thing, but in this video we'll focus on the attacking Testudo. And one of the things that you'll notice quite a lot with the abilities of different units is that there will be a tooltip like this. You'll mouse over, see, oh, what does this do? You mouse over the attacking Testudo and it says it gives protection against missiles, which you kind of already knew because the Testudo, the turtle formation, was used by the Romans and several other ancient armies to protect their heads from missiles. It's also going to reduce their speeds because they have to move in sync and so on. But the problem is it doesn't say how much it increases your protection against missiles. So now you know that protection against missiles doesn't mean armor. It means that you will have a chance with your shield to block 100% of the damage, which basically means to deflect the shot. So when poking around in the database of Rome 2, I found that the attacking Testudo increases the defense against missiles by 35%. So these guys will from the front have an increase in missile defense of 35% when in attacking Testudo, and that's going to bring their total up to 85% deflection against missiles coming from the front. And these guys, these noble horse archers, they are both using precision shot and heavy shot, so 46 missile damage, that's pretty substantial, and they're going to start using only their heavy shot now when the precision shot starts running out. And I will allow them to expend all of their ammunition. You can see the legionaries aren't really dropping that quickly because 85% of the missiles that actually hit them are being deflected. So that means, in theory and on average, these guys, the noble horse archers, are 60 men and they have 15 arrows, so that's 900 arrows. To make it easier, we'll say 1,000. And if they fire their 1,000 arrows, and let's just say that all of the arrows hit, which they won't, but let's just say they do, it means that only 150 of these arrows are going to hit the legionaries. 850 of the arrows are going to miss due to hitting the shield. So they're actually going to hit, but they're going to be deflected. So in this instance, they only managed to kill 13 of these legionaries from the front. Now the disadvantage, of course, of the attacking Testudo is reduced speed. You increase the width of your flanks, and you are susceptible to cavalry and infantry charges, and susceptible to being fired at from the rear and from the flanks, from both flanks actually, since the shields are up above the head. So let's just concede defeat there, and we'll do a little rematch with the armored legionaries just standing normally, holding their shields, and you'll see just how much the attacking Testudo protects them from missiles. So I'll use just a standard 6-man deep formation here, which is, to be fair, it is wider than what you usually see in a battle, but this is just to illustrate a point. Since there are many different formation widths used in a battle, I'll just use the default one here. And as you can see, instantly losing guys. They are going to be losing guys with every volley here, not just after a while. And these noble horse archers are going to rack up the kills pretty quickly. They have already killed more men than they did in the attacking Testudo. And these legionaries, although they are deflecting 50% of the incoming missiles, they are deflecting 35% less than when they are in the attacking Testudo. And you can see that is making a massive difference in the amount of kills these noble horse archers are going to get. They got 13 kills in the last instance. They are already up to 45. They should be running out of arrows pretty damn soon. But let's see if they can make it past 50. Yep, we are at 54. They are going to kill 55 of these legionaries from the front. So the difference is massive. An increase in deflection of 35% is, in this case, is going to make a difference in the survival of 32. No, actually it's actually 42 of your legionaries. So this ability has the potential to save a lot of Roman soldiers. Just keep in mind that it's very vulnerable from the flanks and from the rear. It's going to make them slower, but if you're able to use this ability, by all means use it. Now, of course, the Roman infantry is a bit special in that it has these two abilities that can reduce the damage from incoming missiles, and the other ability is loose formation. So we are going to have to take a look at loose formation to see how that does against these horse archers. So the loose formation makes it so that there is more space between each soldier, which means that there is more space for the arrows to hit, instead of hitting a nice Roman legionnaire. And these Marian shields, they have a 50% chance of blocking missiles from before, so they are already a pretty sturdy unit, but you can see that additional 35 made them very, very effective at absorbing enemy missiles. So most good players will know not to shoot at the front of Roman legionaries if they can avoid it, which of course gives the Roman legionaries a pretty big advantage against skirmish heavy armies if they're able to turn their shields and their attacking testudos towards their opponent, which is of course going to be more than half the battle, not getting shot at the flanks and the rear. So you can see already they are taking substantially more casualties than when in attacking Testudo. But the thing is, here they took 29 casualties, so ranking by effectiveness, the attacking Testudo takes 13 casualties, and the average is around 14, 15, 16, roundabout from several tests. And in this instance, with the loose formation, they're going to be taking around 30 casualties, so that's less effective, but the advantage of the loose formation, it's still vulnerable to cavalry, but the loose formation is going to enable them to move faster. So that's an advantage. And then you have the most defensive ability, the attacking Testudo, which is then you have the normal formation, which is going to get around somewhere from 50 to 60 casualties. So when taking missiles, if you can, attacking Testudo is a good choice. If you're not getting shot from the flanks, then it won't help you much, and you're getting shot from the rear, then it won't help you either. If you're up against cavalry, it won't help you much. If you're going to be chasing after skirmishers, loose spacing is decidedly better. It allows your men to cover more ground, and more missiles against them will hit. So that's kind of a nice middle between the defensive capabilities of the attacking Testudo and the mobility of the normal unit spacing. So 85% chance to block incoming missiles, that's pretty massive. It works to deflect 100% of the damage. So if you see a Roman unit standing in Testudo facing you, don't shoot at its front, you're just wasting missiles. So in the next coming videos I'll talk about the defensive Testudo, the shield wall, the spear wall, the shield screen, the hoplite phalanx, and the other defensive capabilities that change how the shields work. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again on the battlefield.